I just want to talk to you a little bit
All right, let's chat.
about your story.
Okay.
We have Ellison. I am so fanning out right now.
Come on.
Because you know how you're a big fan of somebody and they really don't know that you're a fan?
Wow.
I am a fan.
Thank you.
From the first time that I saw you, you look like money.
Thank you.
And you look like an artist.
Thank you. Wow.
And
Thank you.
unfortunately, I have to say this, a lot of men, to me, they don't, they just kind of come through and they just look regular. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell
I love it.
that they are who they are until they tell you.
Absolutely.
But when you get an aura about somebody, when they walk in the room and their presence alone lets you know that there's somebody that you need to know, I've always got that from you from the first time that I met you.
Thank you.
And then when I got a chance to sing with you in the music machine and you held that note out for 5 minutes, I said, oh, this dude know how to shut this. He know how to shut it down. I was like,
Oh my God. You took me back. Oh, that's good. I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh man, thank you.
I'm not gonna tell your
Thank
story
you.
for you.
No, I appreciate
but I want
it. I
to
love the
start from the
testimony.
beginning.
I love
We
the
have
testimony.
Ellison Kendrick in the house, ladies and gentlemen. We have Ellison Kendrick,
Thank you.
and this guy has accomplished a lot of things, and he's still accomplishing a lot right now today.
Thank you.
You charted for yourself. Number 11
Yes, yes.
on the R&B
Billboard
Billboard
single
sales chart.
Yes, yes. the
He charted
2015,
number
yes.
21.
With my group, the Game, on Luke Atlantic Records.
Let's talk
back in
about
the
it.
90s,
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
yes, yes, let's do
All
it.
right, so how did you get your start?
Well, I started like most R&B singers in church.
Uh-huh.
That's where, to me, where basic training comes from. Performance, training your ear, learning how to navigate an audience, reading the room.
Yes.
All the things that a lot of people don't learn. And so from church, you go to schools and you're singing in talent shows and you're doing all the musicals. We did all of that. And from a talent show, I was introduced to Betty Wright, who happened to be my Aunt Anne, became my godmother.
Wow.
And I never met her or knew anything, like that. And so now, from that was I would guess under her mentorship and tutelage. And
true
my first
icon.
Yeah.
Whoa.
God bless her. To me, and to starting there, set the standard, because she, although as loving as she was very, very strict about getting things right, being right, learning your craft. A lot of people get into the industry for fame. I did it because I love music and I wanted to learn. So I was absorbing as much as I could. Yeah. So my first experience was, I think I was out of summer school and we went on tour with her for the weekend, because she would try to do weekend dates.
Right.
And
So
I was
you toured with Betty Wright?
Yeah, I toured with Betty Wright. That's my first gig. That's how first professional gig. I started doing that. And then her daughter.
This man. This man.
I love her.
First gig was with the icon and legend,
Clean Up Woman.
Miss Betty Wright.
Yes.
Okay, I just
Right
had.
out the gate. No, I appreciate it.
I
I was the same way. So while I was learning in the background, she was so phenomenal as a performer. I think a lot of people didn't get to see how great she was doing the show, because she not only did her song, she did a show.
Right.
And then she would incorporate other songs into her show and do impressions of other singers. And I would stop singing to clap.
Yeah.
And she turned around and said, I hired you. You sing background, stop clapping. So it's
so
just
you
those
at the
moments.
show.
Yeah, those moments like that, it teaches you discipline and stay focused, even though you're enjoying. I was enjoying the show. I'd never experienced anything like that in my life. I was like, wow. So just hear someone take their song from the radio, you hear her on the radio, and then to see her bring that to life and then talk through that and then bring the audience into her story. once I learned how to learn from her, as like everything else, that was my standard.
Yeah.
That was my standard.
Yeah.
And then from that, I went to the group. I got signed to a label, which was Pretty Tony, who produced Trenier.
Okay.
He had an independent label, and it signed to Luke Atlantic Records at the time in the 90s. So Trenier and all of us, we were all in the same music family. And then that's when, I think right after us came H-Town. So I got off the boat right after that.
Wow.
Went to college. I went to Morehouse, and I was trying to get my brain on. And I missed that, missed that wave. I was like, if I stayed, I probably would have been with this. But everything in God's timing. So that's where I started as far as
what a great story.
Yeah, a lot of people. I don't tell my story
Right.
all the time.
I love that.
But yeah, I had a great start. I had a great start.
And so, how did you end up? I mean, I saw that you later on you were touring with Josh Stone.
Josh Stone through Betty Wright. Betty Wright was when people come to town, rappers, artists, Latin performers, they called her for a background session. So most of the sessions and things that you hear that come here, from Trick Daddy to Gloria Estefan, they called us. We were on the gig. So she was the go-to call. So I started off, teaching her stage performance, and there was a band. We put the band together, and then she only had 2 singers, which was Antonia and Artia. Antonia lives here also.
Okay.
She's a singer from Fort Lauderdale. And so they started to perform and go out on the road, and Josh didn't know that I could sing because I came to do my job, so I tried to stay in my lane.
Yeah.
So I was somewhere in the room performing, trying to learn a song for a gig that night, and she came in the room and she was like, "You sing?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then she said, "When I decide to go on the second leg of my tour, I'm bringing you on."
Wow.
I'm like, yeah, right. Yeah. People always tell you, they come up to you, "I got you, I'm going to do this, hit me up, my people call your people." I kind of just put it in the back of my mind. And I was at my little summer gig, and I got a call, summer job, and I got a call. And they said, "Leave your job, you got 2 weeks. And you're going on the road."
Wow. And you did that for a while.
Yeah. That was 11 years.
11?
And they usually don't keep the same people that long in this industry. You know how it is.
I mean,
they turn over.
For 11 years?
Yeah, 11. That was 120 countries. I recorded on about 3 or 4 of her albums. Her biggest ones, the bigger ones, the most successful ones. Those I was on those. So.
Wow.
Yeah, man. It was a good ride.
Yes. Yes.
And in between that, Enrique Iglesias, we did some stuff with that. I still work with the Estefan sometimes when he, needs recording. I still do that. So it's been an ongoing thing for me.
So he was that man, and still is that man.
Thank you so much.
So anybody need anything out there, you know who to call, because. But
for the
listen,
right price.
You got to make sure that money right, because
this girl is so funny. I love it.
he done did a lot of things,
Thank
and
Thank
if
you.
you got a couple $100, you might want to call somebody. Might want to call Tyrone.
You say a couple $100, don't call me, please. I can't do that. You funny, I love it.
Oh my gosh. So we talked about your past. Let's talk about what you got going on right now. You have your, I know my favorite CD is Rated E.
Oh, thank you.
You could put that bad boy on.
Thank you.
And let it ride.
Thank you very much.
Listen, if you have not downloaded Rated E, I don't know what you're waiting on.
Wow, thank you so
But
much.
you got some songs right now.
Yeah,
and,
Rated E.
let's
Rated E is
talk
my
about what you got going
current
on.
project. I took a while to put it together, work with some co-writers like Jay Only and Tro and Hunter. Different people we collaborated, but it was something that I had in my mind for a while, so I took my time. And a lot of times I noticed that when people record independently, they're like on some false timeline of, I gotta put out another song and another album and a new music when no one's heard the music before. So if you spend 2 years putting an album together, I think you should at least invest 2 years in promoting that album and performing it. So I'm taking my time. Each single, I try to do better. Each video, I try to do better.
Because I feel good. Let me tell you something about that I feel good.
Thank you.
Let me tell y'all something about I feel good.
Thank you so much.
Go download I Feel Good.
Thank you.
It's on all platforms, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's
I
available
Feel
everywhere.
Good. He even got a video.
Yeah.
He's sexy in the video too, y'all. Y'all gotta go check out the video.
I'm sorry. She's gonna get me put out the studio.
Listen, 28 years, you know. He know me just fine. He know.
I love it. I love it.
We all got eyes around here.
Oh, man.
No, seriously though, Ellison,
Thank
the
you.
video is amazing. The
Thank
song, it should be #1 on the
Yeah.
Billboard charts right now.
let's do
Cause you
that.
know what? It's
What is it?
grown music. It puts me back in the era, cause I'm a '90s kind of
90s,
girl,
yeah, early
it-
2000s, yeah.
yeah, and it
Yeah.
kind of puts me in the mode. It's like that real R&B.
Right. When the song.
You know, like the Gerald Levert
Yeah.
and you know that kind of thing. You
Joe
know,
and Tank.
right?
Yeah,
right. I
everybody.
miss that music because
Yes.
you know the music is good. You know, I ain't finna bash nobody music,
right.
but I'm grown, and
Yeah,
sometimes
but
I
that-
just
that-
want to hear something grown.
Right, but that element is missing. You know, stories about love. A lot of something happened in the industry where love is missing from the music, and I think it's
Right.
intentional so that we don't really love on each
Yeah,
other
I
as
think-
people of color. So yeah, I think that that's something that we as artists are responsible to bring that back because you know no other genre is taking love out of their stories or their music
Exactly.
except ours.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
I'm staying there.
Yeah.
I'm staying.
So.
I love it.
Something about your music, it's classic, but it still feels current. You know, it has that old school feel, but it's current.
Yeah, the old school feel is to me is the story, and I think focusing more on the delivery of the story than runs and trills and trying to prove that I can sing. I already know that I can sing, so I don't have to prove that. So I think what keeps it current is choosing different sounds. A lot of times a lot of the older or more mature artists, they stick to a sound and they don't know to upgrade the sounds or update your sounds, and then that changes how it feels to the younger or an inclusive
Exactly.
crowd. So yeah, that's
I agree.
Yeah, that's
I
the
mean,
main
most
focus.
definitely. I
Absolutely.
agree. I agree.
Thank you.
And you talked earlier about, you know, mentorship and how and Betty Wright and how she mentored you. So what are you doing now to give back? And is there anything that you would like to share with the young artists coming up?
Yeah, I mentor. I had an artist that I did mentor for quite a while. His name is Jay Only. He helped write on the current album, the Rated E album. As far as helping with other people, a lot of the male vocalists here, a lot of them were referred to me, and I try to help them get work and keep people working. I don't know whether
Love
they
that.
keep the gig, but I
Yeah.
try to get them working. It's their responsibility to maintain the work. So that I think that's me paying it forward.
Of course.
As far as giving advice, I try not to do that too much, give advice. The only thing I usually say to people is to learn the craft. This is the only genre or career where you're allowed to flourish and not know what you're doing. You can't be a doctor or lawyer, teacher, and not know what you're doing.
That's
But you can
true.
get in music and you don't have to know how to sing harmony. You don't have to know what keys are. You don't have to know how to blend. You don't have to know anything. You just come in and turn on a switch and then put some words together, and then you're paid to not know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So I try to teach people in order to have longevity, you have to really know what you're doing. You can't do a
'Cause
jingle.
eventually it's gonna come back, you know.
It's going to come back to you because you can't do Broadway, you can't do a musical, you can't do a jingle. They can't bring you into, like I've done vocals on Bad Boys 3, and we had a couple of hours to put that together because the scene was going to be shot that night. So if
Right.
you don't know what you're doing, you can't learn a song and put it together and do the harmony.
Right.
You can't stay on that time. So to me, just learn the craft. know what you're doing, leave fame alone.
You know what? We just gonna breeze over that. And then just
Oh my God, sorry.
bad. I mean, we're not gonna breeze over that and like act like that's not, you know, like a big deal. Like Bad Boy.
Yeah, Bad Boys.
Bad Boys 3.
Yeah, I was.
I mean, you've done some other
I was
things
in the
as well.
yeah, I was in the wedding scene. If you see the scene when Will stands up and they realize that he can now walk again, I'm in the background with a little white suit on, tanned up in the sun. We were out there for 6 hours. Yeah, but we're singing on that track. It's a cover by Tammy Terrell and Marvin Gaye.
Yeah.
Heaven Must Have Sent You From Above. Yeah, we're singing that over. We literally did that day, that morning, and then we came to shoot the scene that evening. Yeah. So yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Clock that. Anything? I mean, you've done any other acting? Any other?
Yeah, and there was an independent series on what is it? I think it's Amazon.
Okay.
It's called
Amazon,
Backlash.
yeah,
I played a blind singer, and I was a part of the mystery. Yeah, unfolding on that. It was a series, a short series, and then I also did another couple of independent things. So yeah, I plan to do more of that coming up. So that's what I'm working on now, doing some more acting.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We're doing all the formalities right now because we're not letting him go anywhere.
Oh, okay.
We've kidnapped him for the night. So.
She paid me, y'all. She paid me. I'm just kidding.
We're gonna kidnap him, and we're gonna reserve the right to have you back a little bit later.
Anytime.
For some panel discussions.
And I want to say thank you for having me. I've been waiting to be asked to be on this show. I'm extremely proud of you. I'm also a fan of yours and the music that you have. I was just telling my best friend and my executive assistant that, you know, she's done her own thing in her own right, and for her to call on me and to respect me enough to put me on her platform, I'm grateful for that.
Man,
So,
listen, I really appreciate that. Thank you for always showing me so much love and support.
Absolutely. And anybody who knows me know I don't do anything that I don't mean. And I don't say anything that I don't mean.
Oh, I know that. I know that about you. And I have a lot of respect, and it means so much to hear you say that. And I feel really good that you trust me to come on here.
Absolutely.
And I want to have you back.
All right.
Again and again.
Got it.
All right.
Thank you.
Ellison Kendrick, go and download his music right now. Rated E. And you will not be disappointed.